you're PUBG right now. You're gritty. You're in your face. You're just. I mean, again, maybe I'm thinking too much of Fumofu or whatnot, because that was kind of a fun little series they did off to the side.
Yeah. Next show we're going to be talking about is Full Metal Panic: Invisible Victory.
Yeah. I don't know, because I've watched all the series from Full Metal, the first one, to Second Raid, and even Fumofu.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm just remembering more on Fumofu than the other ones. But I don't know about you, but is this like, are you feeling like this is really dark?
I feel a very strong sense of desperation, and like the stakes are really, really high.
Yeah, no, I get
like,
that. I get that, but like,
but
I'm just like,
other than that, I don't. I've only seen the first episode, so
okay.
Yeah, they were like in the car with helicopters and stuff. So
I'm just like, holy crap! I feel like this is getting like dark.
okay.
Which I like. I'm not against, but it feels to me like a different take. Is the one that's doing this? Are they the ones who did the original ones, or no? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, I think they're putting their own spin on it.
I'm quite confident that it's not them.
Yeah, I think they're putting their own spin on it, and that's why it feels different. It feels different. Like the characters are all there, everything, And I will admit as well that the original series that I watched them in English dub, and I'm watching this one in sub. So it's not. There might be a little bit of just like getting adjusted in that regards to that, but the action, what they do, I'm just like, holy crap!
And you said it's been what?
It's been a while since the last one came out.
Yeah, over a decade?
Close to it, if not.
Because
I want to say.
So there's this one video that I had showed a coworker, and I rewatched it. And as far as mech series go, you have to catch the audience's attention in 3 episodes or less, because the way that they explained it is mech anime relies heavily on merchandising and developing a complex story that lasts for like 50 episodes. So the current
yeah, but they've never done 50 episodes on Full Metal Panic.
Well, I'm just saying like the generic mech anime. It's usually a complex story wrapped around political and military events, and they need like 50 episodes to tell their story. It's like a standard mech show. Because of the climate of anime now, with streaming and seasonal anime and everything, you got 13 episodes. You got 3 episodes to catch your audience, and you got 13 episodes to tell the rest of your story. And if you hook an audience big enough, that you can make something longer or something like that. So that's basically the way things are going now. So I can see why after a decade, it's like the people who originally worked on it, they're like, this is not profitable for us. So let's hand it off to someone else. And then they're like, okay, we need to amp it up a bit. So I can see how you say it has a dark turn, is because that's what can get attention.
Well, I'll say this. Like one of the examples, I think it happens in the second episode. I mean, because you kind of figured by the end of the first episode, the bad guys are doing an all-out attack. And at the base with, I forget her name, but the main commander, captain. Yeah. Like at that base, they're literally going a full-scale attack on that base. And they're bringing out 3 behemoths as well as like a couple dozen people on a landing squad kind of thing. So massive attack. Behemoths alone are hard to handle anyways. But the problem is, because behemoths are so hard to handle, her officers and her people are having an issue. Morale is pretty low because the situation is pretty dire.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them makes the comment of, I want to surrender and offer up the captain as a way for us to get out of this.
Uh-huh.
The other guy, what is the actual commander there, was about to start something, but then the captain walks up. Captain walks up, and she has a guard behind her. She asks him for his gun, and is holding the gun down, and looks at him, and pretty much, do you want to say that again? And he goes, you know what? If you feel that strongly that that's what you want to do, I will shoot you dead where you stand. And he was about to say something, and she shoots the ground in front of him. And it kind of looks at him. And he said, I want you now to apologize. And he did. And I was like, that got dark real quick. Like, holy crap. And I think she even at one point, like right after she fired at the ground at him, pointed the gun directly at his head.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, and then that's when she said, that's fine. You know, I get that. That's fine. Said, I did not order you to go out and die. And then as she's walking away, she goes, I order you to survive. And that was it. And then in that battle so far, the battle's not even over yet. In that battle so far, 2 of the people in that squad have now died already. I'm like, wow, that was quick. I mean, I know they're in a dire situation, but we just lost 2 characters just like that in one episode.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's just the intensity of it. And I know in the original series there was a bit of a dark undertone, but it was very much an undertone.
Yeah.
This seems to be like we're screw the undertone, we're gonna put it right in your face. And I'm like, all right, I get it. I understand why, but I'm a little weary of that. You know? So, I mean, this is, what I can say is, it's a difference between if people playing PUBG and Fortnite. They're both the same game, basically. They're both the same game, but for those who play PUBG, it's realistic.
Mm-hmm.
It's gritty. It's realistic and everything. Fortnite is kind of just a fun little thing. You're still killing each other, but it's kind of more of a fun thing.
Uh-huh.
I look at Full Metal Panic in this one, and I'm like, you're PUBG right now. You're gritty. You're in your face. You're just... I mean, again, maybe I'm thinking too much of Fumofu or whatnot, because that was kind of a fun little series they did off to the side.
Yeah.
But this was just such a twist on it. I'm just like, ow, holy crap. So, you know, and even people dying around Sasuke and Konami.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he pretty much they were getting surrounded, and his mech finally shows up.
Uh-huh. And
he gets in it, and he mows down everyone around him. Like, he takes the Gatling gun on the head of his mech and just mows down everyone around them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was even a point where they had an explosion occur, and a civilian got hit. Like, he was bleeding from his leg. And she wanted to help him, but he goes, no, we can't stop. We have to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So they leave him on the ground in agony, in pain, bleeding. You know, and that looked like a Murderer Irie because it was like red on the thigh and everything. And I'm like, I don't know if he's going to make it. You know? And that might have been why he had pushed her to go rather quickly, just because he didn't want her to, you know, if they couldn't do anything for him anyways, because he was already pretty much toast at that point, and there was no way they were going to get him medical attention in time to be able to do anything about it. Yeah. Maybe he pushed her away from that just because of that. But that's what I'm saying. It's like these moments like this, it's been just rapid fire. There's only 3 episodes in. Mm-hmm. You've lost 2 characters. You've wounded a civilian, probably killed him. And people are just literally being blown apart kind of thing. And I'm just like, damn. we have upped the level on this, haven't we? So like I don't mind it, and I enjoy the series, and that's saying something because I usually don't enjoy mech series. But to this, I'm just like, I gotta wrap my head around this,
Okay.
That's my take on it. I mean, you watched first episode. I don't know what.
So, yeah, from what I saw in the first episode, I can see all of that taking place immediately after. Because I don't have history with the show, I've only seen the first half of the first season. I don't know, like, the huge shift in pace that, I don't see that. Because I'm not completely sucked into the story yet, I do notice other things. So, one thing that I noticed is the animation. It's a different studio, so the animation is going to be different.
Yeah.
But I feel like it has been animated with an algorithm.
An algorithm?
Yes. Because normally, when people do stuff, they're like, oh, let me grab my phone. And then da-da-da-da-da, and then you do stuff. The way this anime goes, it's like, turn head towards phone, reach for phone, lift phone, bring phone to self type.
I gotcha.
Turn head, put things down.
So it's very like, mechanical and very...
Everything's mechanical and looks like it's mathematical. And it's like no more than 2 motions at the same time. So it's like stand up, turn head, mouth flap, bop, 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 turn head, sit back down. And I'm like, what's... I was like, wait a minute. The first series isn't like that, is it?
No.
And I kind of feel bad, like, pointing that out. Hopefully, that's just the first episode, so then you don't see it. Because I feel like it might pull you out of the story. But it's very, 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 like, weird. Like, until the story, like, things started hitting the fan, that's when the story pulled me in, and I stopped noticing stuff like that. But it's weird. It's basically like I was watching anime for the first time, and I noticed the limited TV animation where they're like nothing else on the screen is moving except the person's mouth, and then they turn somebody animated their head turning, and then they talk some more, and somebody else animated the rest of their body turning, and then they talk some more, and I'm like, I see each individual piece of animation, which it was like distracting until like. Everybody's like, we gotta go! Everybody's attacking! And I'm like, whoa! So then I stopped noticing it.
Now I want to know who did this.
Zebec?
Who was the Zenek?
Zebec, X-E-B-E-C. They've done a few shows that we've seen before, but I don't know Zebek's animation, and hopefully this show doesn't like bring it out of all the other shows.
I'm just curious if this is like, what other shows have they done? What is it that they've done?
Let's do some research. But yeah, it was very, very distracting, and I hope that's like, I don't know, because I've never noticed animation like that. I've never noticed like.
I'm going through their list right now and seeing if there's any that I recognize. Oh, see, they did Nagima, Master Neji Magi. I didn't think that was like, but that was back in 2005. I mean, they've been around for a while.
Yeah, and they've done mech shows, so I can see why they're taking over this one. But
Upate? You remember that one?
I
think that was the one with the girls who were guns.
Yeah, but I didn't like it.
You don't remember that? You don't remember anything about it?
But I don't like it. I don't. So as far as animation style, I don't remember it across anything because there's this one show, Hayore Nyaruko-san. I really like that show. I didn't notice the animation like that. So I don't know if it's because these are new character designs that they're trying to get used to or what.
Oh, you do know one that they've done.
Yes. One
of your favorite sports ones.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Would you compare the animation to that at all?
That's the only thing. This is the first show where I'm like, I'm looking at it and I'm like.
Okay, so obviously if that's the case, because they did Kaijo.
Yeah.
They did Kaijo.
They've done Keijo, they've done Hayore Nyaruko-san, which I love. They've done Love Hina, which is a really, really old 90s show. They've done Break Blade, which I haven't seen, but it's mechs. They've done a bunch of stuff.
I remember Break Blade. I didn't much care for how they ended that one.
Yeah, so it's weird. Like that's something that I've never noticed before in a show, and it was weird for that to like pull me out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least we know it's not something that's been a standard for them.
Yeah, where we're like, oh no, why did that series get it? Why did that studio get it? Because they anime all wonky.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, honestly, if that's the only thing, I mean, granted, it's not a great thing, but if that's the only thing that's on your radar as a negative for it, it's not horrible.
No, it's nah.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah. All right. So, that's it for that one. What I want to do is I want to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a Boku no Hero again and like watch
Full Metal Panic.
Yeah.
I think if you do, you're gonna have the same opinion on it that I do. Then.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that change now, because don't
get me wrong, there were parts in the other ones that were very much that had that dark, but it was dark undertone.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, that's kind of sad, or oh, okay, that's kind of extreme, but it definitely had reason for it, and you definitely were like, okay, that's understandable. Mm-hmm. This one just seemed to like come out of left field and just smack you upside the head with it. So,
okay. All right. So, more darkness to come.
Oh yes.
The next show we're gonna be talking about
goes on the low end of the what the fuck spectrum, but it's still there. It's just on the low end of it.